How are we doing? We ready? 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 Okay. Yeah. Good. They got the music off. Good. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna start. Okay. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. So just before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that we are live on Zoom, and I believe also possibly streaming on YouTube for later. If you want to look at it later, there's an Emmanuel College YouTube website. I believe we're also doing that. Yeah, just to let you know. So today, the Spiritual Life team is pleased to present a session on interfaith chanting and prayer. So over the next hour or so, you will be hearing and invited to participate in songs, chants, and mantras from various faith traditions. So please note that after each practice, we are going to be leaving about a minute of silence just for some centering and so you can absorb what we just did before we move on to the next item on the program. So as a community of people from diverse cultural and religious backgrounds, it is important to everyone here that everyone feels welcome and free to participate or to refrain from participating as you need. So whatever is comfortable for you, just let that be what you want to do today. And of course, every week we possibly have new people here to the Emmanuel Chapel. So if you're new, welcome. And we are grateful for the courage and generosity you have shown by coming to be with us today. So a special welcome to newcomers. We will be engaging in various devotional practices today, so I invite everyone to participate at whatever level of comfort. So do not feel pressured to sing if for whatever reason that is not something that you would like to do today. And if you feel like you need a break and you need to step out, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to do so. And then you can always come back in later if that is also something you'd like to do. So the chapel gatherings here at Emmanuel constitute an opportunity for students to explore their gifts and theologies of ritual and worship and leadership. And so there will be a necessity of some experimentation and some risk involved in that. So we invite an attitude of generosity on the part of all and to celebrate what may feel like failures or not so great things, as well as, of course, the successes. So if you have any questions at all about any of this, feel free to come to any of us on the Spiritual Life team, myself, Hannah, Thomas, David's over here, and then we have Cynthia and Esther's right there, and then Wingy is in the back. And yeah, feel free to give us any feedback you'd like, positive, negative, or otherwise. And I hope that you all have a wonderful gathering this afternoon. So I'm going to invite up Thomas for the land acknowledgement.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Um, I'll I'll start with the official words. As we gather together, we acknowledge and respect the sacred land on which Victoria University operates. It has been a site of human activity for thousands of years. This land is the territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. This territory was the subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Today, Toronto is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are encouraged to continually strengthen our relationships among all living beings and with this land. I love the dish with one spoon metaphor because this whole area is one bowl that we all must eat from together. There's only one spoon, we must share it. And there are no knives. This is not to be settled with violence. And so as we go into this period of chanting together, as we reach towards something higher, unity, we're thinking about those aspirations.
Hello, everyone. So to open our interfaith chanting and prayer today, we are going to begin with a very simple mantra, the Sanskrit syllable Om. And if you've ever been to a yoga class, you may be familiar with this practice. Chanting Om often is done either at the beginning or the end. And it does come from the Hindu yogic tradition, although it is used in other traditions. Often it is one of the first syllables in some of the Buddhist chants as well. And so Om is considered to be the first primordial sound of the universe, representing the original vibration of creation and used in contemplation of the ultimate reality. And so when we chant Om altogether, it represents the interconnectedness of all life and the underlying unity of all existence. So we will chant this mantra together, Om, and we will chant it 3 times. And at the end of the chant, I will ring this singing bowl, and we will have just a couple moments in silence to allow the vibrations to, sink into our bodies. And again, if you've never done this practice before, how we chant Om is that I will guide you to, use the breath. So we will inhale, and our Om will be our exhale. And we will essentially lengthen that Om until the breath runs out. I will guide you, and I have Aaron and a few others who are familiar with the practice. So feel free to follow along. So to begin, let's just get into the right posture, feet firmly planted, spine straight, and we'll take a deep breath in and out to prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Inhale. Inhale. You can open your eyes when you're ready or keep them closed.
So normally when we start prayers, traditionally the Imam will say, straighten your rows and put your phones on silent. So let's put our phones on silent. But you have the one person whose phone's still gonna ring, so hopefully that's not me. Okay. So for this presentation, I'll be reciting from one of the chapters of the Quran called Surah Rahman. Due to the time, we can't recite the whole chapter, but we were starting from verse 46. In this chapter, there is a verse that keeps repeating itself. All this we couldn't do because of the time. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. So that's the phrase فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. You're not expected to get it at once. That being said, if you would like to repeat with me, it means which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? So if you wanna, so I'll be repeating it throughout the recitation. So if you'd like to join in, feel free to join in. Otherwise, you could kick back and relax, no problem. Just drink some water. Yeah. So fa, bi, ay, yi. So fa, bi, ay, yi. Ala, rabbi, ma, tu, kad, the, ban. We can do that whole thing again. Okay, no candy for you guys. طيب, okay, so we'll start. So to ayah 46. Ayah in Arabic can mean verse, but the actual meaning is sign. So the Quran has different signs or ayat. So each verse is literally called the sign. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ولمن خاف مقام ربه جنتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان ذواتا أفنان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهما عينان تجريان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهما من كل فاكهة زوجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان متكئين على فرش بطائنها من استبرق وجنى الجنتين دان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهن قاصرات الطرف لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان كأنهن الياقوت والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان ومن دونهما جنتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان مدهامتان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهما عينان نضاختان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهما فاكهة ونخل ورمان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان فيهن خيرات حسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان حور مقصورات في الخيام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان لم يطمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان متكئين على رفرف خضر وأبقري حسان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان تبارك اسم ربك ذي الجلال والإكرام. That's it.
The next thing that we're going to share today is a chant from the Taizé tradition, led by two students, or three students, three students, Melina and Anne and Eric. This is Taizé is a Christian community in south of France that uses chants as a sort of meditative prayer. And so this one is sung in a round. So we'll welcome the three chant leaders to the up here, and we'll walk you through how to sing this.
Hi, folks. Yeah, so we're gonna do a particular Taizé chant called Da Pacem Cordium, give peace to every heart. And I actually learned this when I lived at Plum Village when I was in a Buddhist community, but there's a lot of people who go to Taizé and then come visit us, or visit us and then go to Taizé. So there was this connection, an interfaith connection there anyways, or sort of naturally. And so when Thomas asked if I would want to lead a Taizé chant, I was like, perfect. um, and so I think it's already been said, but whether you make sounds with your mouth or not, it's an opportunity to see if we can touch peace in our own hearts and share it with every heart, whatever that means for you, however possible or impossible that feels today. Please take that opportunity. And then we're going to sing the whole thing through 3 times. It's not really hard, but it's not the simplest melody. So if at some point you're like, I want to sing, but man, that feels like too much, there's a cheat that's really designed for you, which is that the first line, Da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, is all one note. So you can just keep singing it the whole time through if you want. Or you can do the whole melody with us, and then we'll split into 3 sections. So this will be section 1, section 2, section 3, after we've learned it together. Does that make sense? Is it easier if our folks are like sort of standing more and close in front of you so you can really follow them when we split into sections? Yes. Okay, perfect. So those online, you aren't going to hear all of this, but we hope that you're getting the spirit of it because we only have the one mic. Okay. Da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem. One more time together. Da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem, da pacem cordium, da pacem cordium, da pacem, da
The Pacem Cordium, the Pacem, the Okay, so this next chant is from my tradition, the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And it is about medicine Buddha. So a mantra, which is what we are doing, it is, you can think of it as a prayer, or as an invocation, or as something, a connection to something within yourself. And when it comes to medicine Buddha, we are trying to connect to that healing quality that is within all of us, that connects us all. And just some quick, interesting trivia about the medicine Buddha is that when he made the vows in order to aspire to heal all beings through his practice, he was not simply talking about physical illness or injury. He was also thinking about our mental health, our spiritual health. He was also thinking about sicknesses of all types, natural disasters, war, and he even mentioned some issues that are relevant today within social justice, like poverty, sexism, and wrongful imprisonment. Oh, so when we think about healing, it can be anything that is of difficulty at this moment. Feel free to bring that to mind as we are going through this mantra and kind of connect to that healing energy that is within all of us, and to aspire not only to heal ourselves, but to heal all sentient beings. Okay, so I'm going to just say it slowly one time. If you guys want to just do it syllable by syllable first. So it's Teya Ta Om Bekatse Bekatse. Sorry, I'm used to saying it all. So then it's Maha Bekatse Ratsa Samugate Soha. Okay, a little bit. So feel free to just join in whenever you like, okay? Om Te Ata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Ratsa Samugate Soha Te Ata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Te ada hom bekate, maha bekate, ratsa samugate soha. Let's just rest for a few.
silenced. So I would like to teach a song that comes to us from Saskatchewan. And a friend of mine who wrote it along with a woman who I haven't met, Cheryl Lee Rondell. It's a song that comes from the Indigenous tradition, but it was created, I think, to share with non-Indigenous people, to give them an opportunity to experience what it's like to sing in an Indigenous way, in a Heywak way. The words so we'll sing it, we'll sing it 4 times. The first time I'll sing it myself in Cree, in the Heywin language, and which is printed up there along with the beautiful Cree syllabics. But the second time I sing it, if you feel like you can follow along with the words and want to join, that's great. And then we'll move into English, which we'll sing it once through. Can we see the next slide? And the first time we sing it through in English, we'll end with "In Her Eyes." And the second time we sing it through in English, we'll end up with "His Eyes." And the next slide, please. And in between each, we've got these, what they're called vocables. And these ones are really tricky, and they will probably take you outside of your comfort zone. So you just do your best, and if you feel like singing it, that's great. And if not, you can listen along. I do my best, and it's not anywhere near how my Indigenous friends like Joseph would do it, but I do my best. Before I begin, though, let's go back to the first slide. A couple of things. The words in Cree have a little bit different meaning. Niwakomagan is my relatives. Kawit Sani Toyak, Ochis Bimik. We're all related to our relatives in the sky, up above. Heyak Putawan, around one campfire, in heaven, Kichi Kisiko. Kiano Kakiao Peogwan, we are all one. And we have arrived here on this earth. Kisina Kusino Kotaski. As such, we've arrived on this earth as one people. All right, one more thing. The song ends, the words are not on the slide, but it ends like this, and I'm going to ask you, when it comes to the end, to close your eyes and sing it along with me. And we sing these verses until we run out of air. So, we are all one people. We are all one nation. We are all one color. If we try. That's how it's going to end, okay? It's not going to be on the slide, so you got to close your eyes. Try to remember that. All right. So here we go. And I've invited Aaron and some others. If you feel like you can get into a harmony with this, do that as well. Sorry. The third slide. We are all one people. We are all one nation. We are all one mother. If we
Okay, so we are going to conclude our practice of interfaith chanting and prayer with one more simple chant. We will be returning to our mantra of Om, but this time we are going to add on another Sanskrit word. The word is Shanti, which means peace. So the mantra is Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we're repeating Shanti 3 times. And this signifies peace on 3 levels. So peace within oneself, peace with others and the environment, and peace in the cosmic or universal realm. So once again, let's take a deep breath in and out to prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for our mantra. Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.
So we ended a little early, so feel free to just stay and enjoy this space. Thank you all for coming. I thought this worked out wonderfully. I appreciate everyone's cooperation and in participation. It was amazing. You guys all joined in. We all tried something new today, I think. And I think, yeah, I just want to thank you all from the Spiritual Life team, from everyone here, all of the performers that came up and helped us. Thank you all so much. And we have some pitch for the next gathering. So we have next week, eco spirituality with a guest, Jeanette Unger. And there's going to be some really interesting performances as well during that, I know. So, sorry, hey, Ryan has something to say, or?